Welcome back to our Buy or Skip series on BraineyBites. Today, we step into the mist of terror as we unravel the chilling depths of Silent Hill 2 2024, a remake of a timeless horror classic. In this video, we'll help you decide who should buy or skip this game. Let's dive in. Silent Hill 2 isn't just a game, it's an experience that burrows into your mind. The 2024 remake invites us back to this haunting tale, now wrapped in stunning modern visuals. The story remains faithful to its original roots, James Sunderland's journey to Silent Hill after receiving a letter from his deceased wife, Mary. What unfolds is a narrative drenched in guilt, grief, and psychological torment. What sets Silent Hill 2 apart is its ability to evoke horror through the atmosphere. The iconic fog is back, thicker and more immersive than ever. It shrouds the town in an eerie silence, broken only by the crunch of footsteps or the haunting wail of distant enemies. This isolation amplifies every moment, making even the act of walking feel like stepping into the unknown. Combat has seen a significant overhaul, making it smoother yet retaining its raw, clumsy feel, perfectly matching James's character as an ordinary man thrust into extraordinary horror. Like the lying figure and bubblehead nurse, you'll swing pipes, fire bullets, and dodge grotesque creatures. These enemies feel more vivid with the remake's graphical fidelity, though some argue that the sharper visuals reduce the surreal horror of the original designs. The puzzles are as intricate as ever. From deciphering cryptic clues to manipulating objects in elaborate sequences, they demand both patience and creativity. While the variety is impressive, newcomers might feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of puzzles packed into this game. It's not just a game you play, it's a labyrinth you unravel. Silent Hill itself is a character in this story. The streets are desolate, the buildings decayed, and the interiors suffocatingly dark. Each location, from the Woodside apartments to the eerie Toluca prison, tells its own story of despair. Exploring these spaces feels rewarding, yet terrifying, as you're constantly on edge, wondering what lurks around the next corner. Let's pause to compare the remake with its predecessor. The remake's visuals are undeniably superior, with 4K textures, realistic lighting, and meticulously detailed environments. However, some of the charm of the original's ambiguity is lost. In the 2001 version, technical limitations created a grainy, dreamlike quality that made your imagination fill in the blanks. The remake trades that subtlety for clarity, which works in its favor during tense moments but slightly detracts from the psychological horror. And then there are the monsters. Silent Hill's creatures are more than enemies. They manifest James's inner demons. Pyramid Head, the symbol of his guilt, is as terrifying as ever. The remake ensures he remains a towering, oppressive force. Yet, some fans might miss the shadowy, indistinct horrors of the original, which relied more on suggestion than detail. If you've ever been drawn to games that blur the line between storytelling and gameplay, this is for you. It's a must-play for fans of psychological horror and narrative depth. The remake introduces quality-of-life updates like customizable controls and difficulty settings, making it accessible to both seasoned players and newcomers. However, if you prefer action-packed gameplay or lighter themes, this game might not resonate with you. The pacing is deliberate, the story emotionally heavy, and the gameplay often requires patience, especially during its more complex puzzles. The evolution of Silent Hill 2 is a testament to how gaming has advanced. Where the original relied on its grainy visuals to evoke dread, the remake uses hyper-realism to bring its world to life. The fog feels tactile, the monsters grotesque, and the town itself an ever-present threat. Yet, this clarity sometimes robs the game of its interpretive ambiguity. It's a trade-off that ultimately depends on what you value more, visual fidelity or atmospheric tension. That's it for today's Buy or Skip on Silent Hill 2. If you're intrigued by this haunting remake, there's more to discover on your journey. Don't stop here. Check out the video on your end screen for a detailed breakdown of Silent Hill 2 then versus now, or dive into other content on BraineyBites. See you there.